Well, hello there. Taking advantage of an opportunity today. It's a Monday, and normally that means in the middle of the day I'm busy working. But taking my floating holiday today, given that it is both Columbus Day or Indigenous Persons Day, depending upon which you choose to recognize. And it's one of the last times this year that I'm eligible to take my floating holiday, so I decided to use it today. And though I'm busy taking care of a lot of domestic stuff around the house, I figured it was an opportunity when I could get out and get a midday hike in. So I have come out to my neighborhood's nature trail with Buddy, as you can see here. He's always excited to come out on the nature trail. And we're going to get what distance we can in today and see how it all plays out. Come into the second section of the trail, which runs a little bit more along the river or creekside, as you can tell perhaps through the trees over there. And it's a quiet day out here, as one would expect. Midday, not much traffic out, and not much in the way of wildlife either. I think the deer around here mostly hit this area in the evening time. Not sure where they go during the day. We see them up in our yard every now and then. But yeah, trail committee's been doing a good job of keeping the trail maintained well. We hear regular reports about them clearing the sides of the trail to keep the Joro spider presence free from across the trek. But yeah, great day out here. Loving every minute of this. But he seems to be enjoying himself too, getting in all the sniffs and sights as he refamiliarizes himself with the trail. Well, I've come into the third section of the trail, which is away from the river and on the far side of our park area in the back of the neighborhood. So, continue along this stretch, and it gets probably closest to some of the actual residence areas as any stretch on the trail does. So chances of hearing dogs in people's backyards and such is a little bit greater. But still, nothing but compliments for the trail committee, who has done wonders in cleaning up and maintaining the trail, because some areas of it had started to get a bit overgrown and deteriorated. And they have just absolutely turned it around in the last 8 months or so. So, glad for that. And look forward to many more walks in the woods here in close proximity. And I have completed our outbound trek along our nature trail. And have turned around and started heading back. Hence we came. So we'll see what sights we see as we progress homeward. Did actually pass someone here on the trail in this last section. Teenage couple that was out enjoying the day. I'm guessing that they likely lived somewhere, or at least one of them lived somewhere near this section of the trail, because fuzzy slippers do not make for good trail shoes, and that's what the girl was wearing. But they're enjoying themselves, we're enjoying ourselves, and everyone has their own way of doing that. My buddy and I are heading home, and we'll see if there's anything worth getting on camera as we head back. Well, Buddy and I have made our way back to the last section of trail before we get to the trailhead. So we're going to go ahead and close things out here. It's been a good little midday hike, just the kind of break I needed, and got me some distance that on a day, Mondays are normally days I have no time to get out. So this was just bonus mileage today, and I'm glad for it. But we're almost back to the trailhead, so I'm going to close this out. Thanks as always for coming along with us, and we will see you on the next trail. Well, hello there. Out for another midweek evening hike. You know, doing what I got to, and came out to Leda Thompson again. So, gonna see what we can do about getting a couple turns around the trail here tonight. Keep cutting into that deficit, and just doing what I can to set myself up for success. I know it's not flashy or glamorous or adventurous hike, but still, it's beautiful out here. The weather's great. You know, there's friendly people on the trail, and it's not sitting at home behind a computer. So, despite the familiarity, there's still a lot to be said for coming out here. Well, I've finished my first time around and have started my second. At the first one, just a hair under 2.5 miles, done in about 45 minutes. And looking at the current time, I should be finishing my second time around about half an hour before sunset. So it proves that yes, I can actually plan these things out and avoid last minute scrambles or hikes in the dark. Just takes a little forethought and legs to match the pace you set out in your planning. But it's easier to do on a course that you have some regularity with and can judge how you will go about on it. So, continuing on, we'll check in later. Well, I'm nearing the final stretch of my second time around. Looks like my estimates are holding up. I should be finishing the hike right around 6:40, and sunset today is at 7:10. So, as predicted, half hour before sunset. Still plenty of light, so I can finish the hike and this video without you having to say, "Who's that guy in the shadows?" But it's been a nice peaceful hike out here tonight. Few people out, nowhere near the crowds I've seen in the past, but still plenty of activity. Gonna do it for tonight. Thanks as always for coming along with me, and we will see you on the next trail. Well, hello there. Not what I expected for this week, but I have found myself once again out here at Lake Thompson. We had quite a significant rainfall come through yesterday afternoon all the way into this morning, and as a result several of my local parks have closed their trails. Those are the ones mainly that are mixed use with the mountain bikes as well. And given the time of day that I was able to get out, traveling to many of the other local trails, I wouldn't have been able to complete them and during daylight hours. So I'm here doing the same trail back to back, which is obviously not what I would have desired or intended, but I can't miss the opportunity to get some miles in. So we're gonna do another couple of loops here, see what we can get done. My goal, if time and light permits, would be to get a little bit farther than I did on Tuesday, and if that should happen, I'll explain why. Well, I'm on to my second time around. Decided to reverse direction and head back in the counterclockwise direction in an attempt to unwind my ankles, as it were, from the angled stress of the first lap. It seems to be more noticeable when I'm taking a less relaxed approach to the hike and, you know, trying to power through at some speed and intent. So can't let up on my intensity, so try and change my direction to, you know, stretch in the other direction. So continue on. We'll see how quickly we can get through this second lap and then maybe extend just a little bit further. Well, I've finished the second time around, and as I indicated, I'm stretching this one out just a little bit. I've got just a little bit of time before sunset, and think I can stretch in extra mile or so to see what we can accomplish. So I'm gonna take advantage of one of the smaller loops out here at Lake Thompson and see if I can get that little bit extra distance. We'll see how it goes. Well, we're nearing the end of the hike. Not much light, so I figured I'd at least give you a view of my phone, and I know it's not in focus right now. We'll see if we can't correct that here in just a minute. But right there, that number, 6.17. I'll get out here in the light a little bit. That was the number I needed to hit today in order to achieve 750 miles. I am 3/4 of the way through this, and you know, I stated a couple videos back the kind of mileage I was going to need to hit on these last 3 months, averaging 100 miles a month. Well, it's the 12th day of October, and I've hit 50 miles in the first 12 days. So I think I can do this. Got a big mileage planned for this weekend. We'll see if that works out. But I think I can make this deficit up and hit my goal. I'm back, as you can see, in the parking lot at my car. So I timed this as close as I could to hit that mark. Thanks for coming along with me today, for being with me when I hit this milestone. And we will see you on the next trail.